we know that there are wounds that you have. A friend of mine just said that to me, a shrink that I know. Look at the original wound, she said, and you will see what motivates a person, what makes them act. And I think that that's what happened to him in that moment.
Maybe.
You know what, Joy, just to follow up on that, I had a great therapist say to me once, just because you can explain it doesn't mean you should excuse it. And I think that it's clear that Will Smith is going through some things.
Yeah.
And a lot of us have grown up with Will Smith. I've loved Will Smith since I was 12, and parents just don't understand. And we feel like he's kind of been part of my generation anyway, and I'm in my mid-40s, and he's kind of been part of our lives ubiquitously for so long. But this is also what happens when you see people put their lives on display. You also welcome in a certain amount of criticism, and you have to be able to take care of yourself to handle that. And I think he clearly needs to do it. And we cannot have selective consequences. You know, I understand that he had a break at that point. Even his mother acknowledged that he went off. But you can't selectively decide who gets consequences and who doesn't. And I think that at that point, he should have been removed. And he should have been taken out. I'm not saying arrested, but at least removed from the building, removed from the auditorium, spoken to. And because kids need to know. Sonny, you made the point the other day that, you know, if that was a child in school, what you teach your kids, that there are consequences for your actions. And I felt like there was a lack of humility on Will's part at that point, that it took a little long for that apology. It would have been nice if he had done that night.
But don't get me wrong, Tara,
I'm
not excusing the behavior. I'm explaining the behavior. There's a difference.
And that's how it's done.
But you can't selectively decide who gets consequences and who doesn't.